Now, ladies and gentlemen, with us wrapping up spring and now headed into summer, which this is the supposed release window for Counter-Strike 2, from all the interviews and gameplay trailers we've seen for the past few months, it says summer 2023, but at the end of the day, it is Valve, and they work on Valve time. So it could be delayed an extra few weeks or possibly a couple months, and it'll just be shoved underneath the rug. But today's video, I want to talk about the market. Right now may just be the calm before the storm. You see, the CS market for the past year, with rumors of Source 2, are now being called Counter-Strike 2, and the hype within the community created skin prices to skyrocket and China to become less sane and open more cases. For the past few years in global offensive, case unboxing rates have gone through the roof, being at a steady bare minimum around 20 million. In the start of 2023 in January, started something we never really saw before, created new all-time highs that will probably soon be broken, going up 5 to 10 million a month, which I'd like to say is almost never seen in any other game's history, especially for the price you have to pay for the key, but also the case. With that being said, the past 2 months, we've seen a pretty big decline, but the big question is it actually as bad as some people make it out to be? The answer is no. If anything, this is, one, a wake-up call, but also an opportunity for you guys. Now, today's video sponsor is Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a trading site for your CSGO skins. It's one of the easiest and safest ways to swap out your inventory for something new. Extra cash on every trade gets added to your balance. It also has a 30% deposit bonus. And if you use the link in the description or use my code MANDO in 2 different ways, one which adds 5%, totaling out to 35 for your deposit bonus. And if you're a first-time user, you can get up to a free $5 on your first trade. They also have a freebies tab where you can enter giveaways for free. If interested, it'll be the top of the link in the description below. Now, with us being in our official first week of June, I can now talk about May's case unboxings because that just got wrapped up. We now have all the numbers in for what cases were unboxed, but specifically how many. And firstly, let's see that. So this is the chart dating all the way back to January of 2022. You can see it's starting to go up more and more. January 2023, this is where this new big peak happened. We peaked in April of 2023, just a few weeks prior. Counter-Strike 2 was announced, and that's why this was happening. Also, a huge reason why we saw these increases was because there was no content. For those of you who are new, maybe old to the channel as well, it was pretty rough out here for a Counter-Strike player, but also content creator. Many videos I made trying to use my platform and voice to see and to ask where content is, but later we find out that those resources were working on Counter-Strike 2. At least we hope. So we peaked at 50 million. Now we're back down to 46. Why is that? Now, this isn't everything, but the main reason being is we got the Paris Major. It didn't just bring the Pairs Capsules, it brought the souvenir packages, which it also brought it in a brand new format that we haven't really seen before. They're able to be bought on the in-game store, not through the major, and they're non-souvenirs as well. As you can see, out of the 44 million cases, the most unboxed was 7.4 million Anubis packages. Next up, you had the Fracture case, and then the Dreams and Nightmares case. Recoil, Revolution, Snakebite, Prisma 2, Danger Zone, Prisma 1, and Clutch case. And then the rest, you kind of get the point. Now, looking at this number for some might be a little scary, but also will say the market has peaked. And yeah, you're kind of right on that. I think for the time being, with the amount of players coming to the game, we've kind of peaked on case unboxings. Next month, or really whenever Counter-Strike 2 releases, is going to be completely different. Without going too out of context here, the case market and some other markets, like some operation stickers from past previous years, could spiral out of control in a downwards trend if, which this is speculation, we get an operation. A lot of if, ands, or buts, but it's something to take into consideration if you're buying in, considering it, or even selling at this time. Going back to the major sale, if these packages and capsules have a major dent, no pun intended there, with case unboxings, how do you think an operation is going to be? Because the major's great, yes, but not everyone watches the pro games. Big chunk of the population does, but there's also people who don't. They just get on and play. And an operation you see on the main screen, and a lot of people end up buying it. And that doesn't just come with capsules. That comes with capsules, cases, and brand new collections. And who knows, Valve could be throwing something new at us. Now, a pretty big topic that's been on my mind recently is how we obtain CSGO cases. And right now, there's been a lot of threads on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, any social media platform that talks about CS on how it should change. Should it change? In my opinion, absolutely not. It flows pretty well. Maybe they could just change the drop rates for certain times in the year, but who knows? I think it's just worth touching on with how successful the Anubis packages were and currently are selling. As you can see last month, they're a month old at this point, yet for the second month in a row, they're still the most unboxed and most likely will continue to later on. What if Valve releases cases in this format where you no longer have to buy a key, you don't get drops in game from them, you just buy them on the shop. Maybe you still have to buy a key, who really knows? That would really change up the CSGO market and how people open cases. Now, there's a couple more things I want to discuss before closing out today's video. One, the case market, certain prices, some of my predictions, and also talk about Mando Monday. So the case market, as you can see from the past few days, definitely isn't at that all-time high it was just a few weeks ago at everything over $1. Will we ever see something like that again? Gotten a lot of questions about that. It's hard to tell if things keep going the way they were without any new content out. Once the Paris capsules get removed, there's no new case, there's no operation, let's just say, then yes, definitely. Though I don't think it's insanely likely. If we do get new content, that's definitely going to affect older things we have, at least for the time being. What what you should do with buy or selling, and preparing. It's always good to take some profit, especially if you're in the green. You never know what's going to happen in the future. Buying in right now, obviously stay away from the active duty cases. We've had many wake-up calls to this, especially last month. People were buying into the snakebite case, fracture case over $1, and obviously that didn't work out too well for them. And preparing for the future. This is mainly regarding FOMO when Counter-Strike 2 comes out. The market, either way, if people like it or not, is going to go crazy. The name itself brings enough hype to where there's going to be millions upon millions of people in the game. People are going to want to open cases and buy skins. A lot of it, though, is going to be from investors just trying to pump their own items. The first couple of weeks, a lot of FOMO is going to occur, just like when CS2 got announced. And lastly, as it goes for cases, but also just any CS investment, is players, content creators suggesting you buy a certain item before CS2 releases based off how it looks right now or how it looked in the limited test build. If you guys don't know, that's offline. Valve could very much change everything and just revert it back to looking like CSGO skins in CS2. So investing in some items that look really shiny, maybe have a different finish in the scope because Valve hasn't updated it yet, is going to crash and burn. We saw this many different times and a lot of people get burned on that. And lastly, Mando Monday. The past week, I haven't really uploaded much. I'm actually in the process of moving, so getting 3 to 4 commentaries out a week as scheduled isn't the easiest thing to do, but I still want to, and I'm glad we got this one out today. Mando Monday should be out tomorrow. We'll talk about the giveaway, but if you are new, Mando Monday is a Q&A series where I answer you guys' questions based off CS, myself, whatever you guys would like. We're coming up on 20,000 subscribers, and I want to do a pretty big giveaway I don't want you guys to miss. Once again, those are just some things to take into consideration and to think about before going in or possibly waiting. If everything stays the same, which I very much think it would, Valve doesn't like to change much for lack of effort and resources, everything should be back to thriving in the next few weeks or months, however long it takes for Counter-Strike 2 to release. And it's also not just cases either. This will boost stickers, knives, gloves, but that's what we think as of right now. Let me know what you guys think down below. Hopefully you all have a great day. Stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.